one. I am here, one of my favorite venues, the Black Circle. It's the one time I'm here that it's actually not raining for once. I am here with a really awesome three-piece band from the Windy City. They are a high-power fuzz rock band known as the Evictions. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me.
Thanks for having us.
Here in Indianapolis. So, how's the drive here? How was it?
Without event, so
smooth sailing.
Yeah, it's good. Nothing crazy.
I got hit with a bunch of construction. It took me 3 hours.
Yeah.
MapQuest printouts?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to hitchhike, thank God.
Oh, good. Joining me from the Evictions, we got Johnny, Chris, and Joe. Totally nailed it.
Good job.
But before we dive really deep into this interview, I'm going to start with a fun question. You guys played a lot of killer shows that I've heard of. Who are some great bands you played with that people should check out?
One of our earliest shows we played with the Sonics, which is kind of a legendary band that is old, but a lot of younger bands need to know those records because it's a really important band in kind of punk rock, garage rock land. So that was kind of an honor, and that was one of our first big shows as a young band back in like 2016, I think. So
yeah,
that was pretty
Cheetah
cool.
Chrome from the Dead Boys was another killer show that
Yeah.
we played with. Definitely check out the Dead Boys.
Played with Cheetah a few times.
I'm going to say Sharp Shock
Joey's Buds.
Oh, he's repping it too.
from
Joey's Buds.
California.
We got to rep
California.
some bands from Mystery Actions who we're playing with tonight.
Yes,
it's
I'm looking forward to
fantastic
seeing
band.
them.
Awful, Cosmic Kicks. So many great bands from Chicago that should be checked out.
Absolutely.
Chicago's got a lot of one band who I saw because I went to a Bowling for Soup show was Screeching Weasel, also
yeah.
from Chicago.
Great band.
That was an amazing show, just the intensity they brought to the stage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're kind of underground legends, for sure.
Yeah.
Legendary.
All right, so as people can see, I'm chatting with the Evictions here at the Black Circle. So how did you guys come together as a band, and how was the name chosen? And when did you start? What year?
2015, I joined a band that became the Evictions. So there's been a bunch of lineup changes. It was kind of weird for the first year and a half because, it takes a while to figure things out. But we had one guy move, another guy had to move, and me being the new guy ended up being the only original member. And I got Chris to join on, which was great because I always wanted to be in a band with Chris. And my drummer had to move for life reasons, and Joe was my number one drummer that I always wanted to play with too. So I kind of lucked out and ended up with the two best musicians in one band.
That's sweet.
Showing a lot of love there.
It's like the dream team for me. And the name, we spent months trying to get a name together. We had 50 names, and I finally just said, you know what, I can't decide on this. This is nuts. You guys figure it out and just tell me. I really don't care anymore. And the Evictions is one of the names on the list, and I don't even know who came up with it, but that's what they picked, and I said, great, it's done with. And
That's over.
Yeah, it's one less thing I got to worry about. Now we can play shows, and that was it.
You should have had a dartboard, just throw darts, be like, yes, the Evictions.
Yeah, it was pretty much to that point. So.
I did see a flyer today that there's a moratorium on evictions, so I don't know what that means for our band.
Oh, I don't know.
We are out of vogue. Yeah.
That's why you got to show up in Indiana,
Right.
obviously. You got evicted. The Evictions got evicted.
Yeah.
Very cool. So, for anyone who hasn't seen the Evictions, like myself, what can they expect from a show?
I think we all got influenced by a lot of the really high energy kind of rock and roll bands that were around late 90s, early 2000s when we were, getting out of high school and we were young and we were just seeing live shows. And those are a lot of our favorite bands that just are really exciting to watch. And going all the way back to MC5 and
Yes.
kind of punk rock bands from the
Stooges.
60s and 70s where
Yes.
it was almost like you had to bring 100% energy. Otherwise, you might as well just not bother going to the show to begin with.
Yeah.
Urgency.
Yeah,
Sense of urgency.
exactly. We want to just get the song across, and I think a lot of that's just how we feel and expressing ourselves, and just there's a lot of urgency and energy and tension, and that just comes across naturally.
When you don't want to bore people, man, they come out to a bar, they want to see a band, you got to entertain them.
That's right.
I don't think any of the three of us could stand still and try and play an instrument, regardless of what band it is. It's just, that's kind of like, it's cliche, but it's like the only way that I know how to play a show. It's just with feeling and 110%. So luckily we're all in that same kind of group, so it works out good.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to it, and you guys are actually gonna be outside tonight, which is cool. First time actually for me seeing a band outside, because usually, as I said, it's been
outside.
raining.
Our last show was outside too, but it was like 98 degrees outside.
Lovely.
It was unbelievably hot, and we were just in a big black parking lot street festival. So I mean, we literally just cooked in the sun all day. So this is beautiful.
When I've got a wireless, so I'm already figuring out like what I'm going to climb on, what I'm going to jump off of.
You want to be on the roof?
You can get on the roof
I think you could. Yeah, you definitely can.
We'll figure it out for sure.
Make sure you jump off it.
Jump off the roof, right?
Or we'll get a helicopter. You can play and
then get scared.
I could pull a few strings for a helicopter.
All right. Cool.
No, it's gonna be really awesome. Definitely look forward to seeing you guys. I've heard from a close friend of mine, you guys are an absolutely killer three-piece band, one of the best out there right now. Wow. So I'm looking forward to that. So don't disappoint.
A little bit of pressure. All right, we'll see what we can do.
Oh, great! Now we gotta try.
Not like I'm doing a review of this show or anything.
Yeah. You should have this after we're done and come back on. Guys, forget it. Don't even see this.
I'm just gonna delete this right now.
He's got a sheet of improvement suggestions. All right, there's a couple things we need to go over. First off,
the name.
Right. We prefer our reviews before the show, and then the sound check after the show.
Give me a few drinks, and then I'll give you a good review.
You got it.
I can't remember after the third drink. Can't remember after the third drink, but I think they were good.
You don't know me.
Right.
You don't know my band.
What makes you so great? 8 Mile.
It's gonna be a great night. Punk Rock Indianapolis set up a really awesome show.
They fucking rule, man.
Dude, they are awesome.
I've been playing shows, Melody Inn and with Rich, going back to maybe 2008. It's been a long time because the Melody Inn's been doing this for long. Melody Inn's been doing Punk Rock Night for I think like 20 years at least. It's kind of like that's the thing that you try and play. So yeah, it's good to be doing this kind of like thank you show, and just to be back after a year and a half. That was, I think, towards the end. That was like one of our later shows that we played before everything got shut down. So it's pretty cool, and to be at Black Circle, because I've heard this is a really great place to play. So it's our first time here. It's
one of my favorite venues to go to, mostly because, well, they got a bunch of cool pinball machines in there. Also great music.
For sure, for sure.
But another great band, as you guys already said, the Mystery Actions will be here as well. And I believe it was last year you guys did a split EP with them.
Yes.
Yep.
How is it working with them?
Oh, they're the best people. Oh, so much fun. I mean, it's like our sisters, so such a cool band, so talented, so much fun. I don't know. Yeah, love playing.
I think we were probably friends before we played together, but I don't even know, because we've always just been kind of in the same rooms at the same shows for so long that I don't even know at what point it was like, oh, we're both in bands now, kind of thing.
Right on.
So, and it's just like a good fit because they try and play a lot and they push it really hard, and they care. They're not just like weekend warrior stuff, which is how we are. So it's good to know bands that are genuine,
good vibes,
and they're not just out to like, occasionally do what they do. They do it 24/7. And that's pretty inspiring. So.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing them as well, because I also heard they've been working on new music, so I'm very excited for that.
Yes.
The internet told me, so it must be true.
Fake news, man. Fake news.
Hold on, don't go there, man. I'm trying to keep my channel.
Monkey bass player ruined show.
Yeah, come on, man. Man, another thing to add to the list.
Don't get this guy started on COVID.
Where's the monkey bass player?
Just trying to keep my show going here.
Keep an edge, man. Go on.
I don't think they're ready for that.
About that, bro.
Yeah, I don't think they're ready for that anyway. Yeah, but so you guys obviously are from Chicago, as I said. So like, what is like the music scene like there? Like, now that things are starting to open up.
There's a lot. It seems there's always been a lot of different scenes in Chicago, kind of happening at the same time, you know. But it's nice, you know, the venues are opening, they're being safe, which is very cool. I feel like people are still getting their footing, but from what I've seen, it's been as good as ever. So I'm optimistic for sure. It's always been great. There's something going on every night, you know.
Yeah, I think people have been pent up in their homes for so long.
Yeah.
There's just so much energy and people coming out and just wanting to get out of their homes, hear music, you know, and they're a lot more excited about it happening. So I don't know, it's kind of cool. It's a little bit of a reboot. People got a little bit of rest and another bit.
A lot of rest.
Rock. Yeah, too much rest probably. You know, just you know.
I think a lot of people needed it though.
Yeah, just mental health wise, I think it's important.
You know, this shit inspires good music. You know.
I think it was probably not that we needed a year and a half, but I think the break was good for us and probably other bands too, just to step back and kind of reevaluate where we were at, and at least for me as like a songwriter, and just be like, hey, you know, maybe I need to kind of examine what direction things are going in and kind of refocus a little bit, and that's proven to be a pretty good thing, because now it's like I got to clear my head instead of just being busy and playing and writing, and you know, it's like you get caught up in doing so much that I think it got a little hard to just, you know, it's always good to step back and just think like, all right, let's have like a good plan of attack here. And then, you know, you have a year to write and be creative and kind of flush out a lot of ideas. So I think all the music that comes out over the next year from bands, small bands, big bands, everything is going to be awesome. Anytime there's crazy stuff like this in the world,
a lot of inspiration.
it always swings back the other way, and it's great for art and music and all these things, because people need an outlet, and they also have all this time to really get to examine how they want to express themselves and focus on it.
And if they want to continue doing it.
You know. I'm sure there's a lot of crappy bands that are going to break up and kind of thin the herd, man. So
very true.
You know, people that are going to be doing this now are going to mean it. They're going to really have something to say. So
definitely, for sure. I definitely noticed there was definitely a time when stuff really started opening, because like almost every day is like, hey, we got a show, you want to come? And I'm like, man, I got a whole schedule I had to color coordinate, but like, oh, you got to be here this day, got to be here this day.
Yeah.
And all the gas money too.
It's a lot of traveling.
For sure. But definitely really awesome. Make sure to check out Stream Support, give a like to the Evictions. But before I end this interview, how are you guys going to wrap up 2021 and then your plans for the next year, 2022?
I'm going to shoot myself out of a cannon.
Off the roof?
Yes. While playing bass.
Make it happen.
So I don't know what you guys are doing, but that's my plan.
yeah,
I hope he
Probably
has
something more epic than that. I just can't think of it.
Now, I know talking to you guys earlier about insurance. I don't know if you actually have it.
You know what? I will get life insurance first.
Step one, get life insurance.
I think the general offers canon insurance.
Oh, do they?
Cannon insurance.
At least the
All right.
general.
Well, that's true. If Shaq endorsed it, it must be good.
There you go.
Anyway, but on serious note, plans for next year?
You know, we were ready to record an album when everything kind of shit the bed with, you know, 2020. Is that what year it was? 2020?
2020, that sounds
It was
right, yeah.
the week of shutdown. We were going to go in the studio and record a full-length album. So that just, you know, we had to delete about 4 months of shows and recording an album. So I think now we've actually got to go back, write a whole bunch of new material. Like I said, kind of
Start touring again.
put together a new set and really kind of hone all the finer points of what we wanted to accomplish musically.
But from that record, I mean, we've written what, like 5, 6, 7 more new songs, and so like you can even make that next record all the better quality, right?
So I think the goal is to figure out what we want to record and release, whether it's full length or a couple EPs or whatever, and try and get that underway, and then you know, just keep flushing it out over the winter, and we're finally in a routine now of playing quite a bit, so it feels pretty good. You know, kind of knock the dust off. I think this is our 4th show back, so
Nice.
we're kind of working in a new song almost every set now, which is great. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, we got quite a bit of material to get out live show. So that's kind of the plan for now, is to get all the rest of these songs finished up, and then we'll probably record. So
Very cool. I'm looking forward to listening to the new music. Can you give any hints about the new music, what to expect?
You ever heard Saint Anger before?
I have, yes.
We have a therapist that's we're working with now. You know?
Yeah.
Instead of drums, you just use trash cans.
Yeah.
We're all industrial
we
music
are
now.
the trash cans. I promise you that much.
We're big in Berlin.
Yeah.
Hooks.
It's
Lots of
yeah,
hooks.
it's hookier. It's a bit quicker. I think in the past we had a couple tunes that were almost 4 minutes. I think now we're definitely in that like 3 minutes or less territory.
Cut the fat.
But way catchier. And just trying to walk that line between like brutally aggressive and, you know, whatever, the Beatles or something.
Jazz music.
You know, how to make it enjoyable and really catchy and stuck in your head, but also be just, you know, kind of beating you over the head at the same time. So
Well, that's awesome. That for sure is. Well, I liked your last EP3. It featured
thanks, man.
Out of the Fives on my show today, so
Nice. Thank
Killer.
you, man. Thanks for the
Thank you.
support. Really
Thank you.
appreciate this.
of course. As I said, please check out Stream Support. Give a like to the Evictions. They're really awesome guys, and you might see them on a roof of a building one day.
How near you?
the day's today.
We promise you, one of us will be on the roof of our building.
Available for hire.
Will you be there to talk us down?
Nope, just gonna be up there. Of course.
Oh, cool.
Of course, I'm your host as always, Matthew Thomas. I will leave you on top of a building if necessary. And you've been watching Super Cool Radio. I'll leave some links for the Evictions. Evictions in the description of this video.
Matthew, thank you.
Thanks, Matthew.
Of course.